Viewers, once again, a devastating fire has exposed fatal lapses that we have seen repeat across the country. A deadly pattern is repeating itself. Time and again, similar fires have exposed the same pattern of lapses turning into mass casualties. Yet the outcome has remained unchanged. Lapses continue to act as silent killer, resurfacing in one tragedy after another. But no lessons are learnt. And today's incident raises the same uncomfortable questions once again. How many more lives will it take before these warnings are acted upon, before they are taken seriously? You know, at least 15 people have lost their lives after a massive fire broke out at a coaching center building in Lucknow's Aliganj area. Several were trapped as blaze spread rapidly. Just look at your screens right now, viewers. Disturbing visuals emerging show desperate escape attempts. Students literally jumping from windows to save their lives, using ropes to come out of this particular building. The fire raged for over an hour before being brought under control, and at least 15 bodies have been recovered from the site. 4 people have been arrested, including Tushar, Krishna, Jaiswal, Virendra Prasad, Shukla, Ram Krishna Upadhyay and Suresh Kumar Sahu. The co-owner of this particular place, Surendra, is still absconding. The UP government has ordered a 2-member SIT probe, while 4 officials have been suspended. FSL team is on the spot collecting evidence, trying to determine what really triggered this deadly fire. The Lucknow Development Authority has also initiated an inquiry into the lapses that led to this particular tragedy that claimed innocent lives. But the big question is, who is responsible for this tragedy? Who has blood on their hands? Times Now is on the ground at the spot, bringing you every single update as it unfolds, tracking the negligence, the lapses, and the truth behind this devastating fire. And Times Now is firmly standing with the victims and their families.
Times Now is inside this particular building. You can see the condition, how this building has been completely engulfed in flames. There is only one single entry exit point, as you can see in the visuals. This is the ground floor of this particular building. You can see the condition of the building. There are clearly several violations of the fire safety norms. There are only one single entry and exit point into this particular building. So you can see that how this particular building, where 15 people lost their lives, how this building, the people got trapped. There are only one single and entry exit point. There were certain violations, and there were no emergency exit in this building. Only single entry and exit point. Had it been there were many different entry and exit point, people would have been saved. The forensic team has now reached the spot. They will be investigating this entire incident. We can see the director UPFSL, he has reached the spot, and now the forensic team will be investigating this entire building. The team of the FSL will go inside the building to investigate and to ascertain the cause of fire. Really led to the fire, how the fire ignited. So you can see in the visuals, these are the officials from the FSL. They have reached at the site in Lucknow where this fire tragedy took place. Now these officials will be going inside to track and to investigate what really caused the fire. So you can see that the individuals and the officers from the FSL team, they have reached at the spot, and now they are preparing to go inside the building with all the equipment. So you can see that now the FSL team will be carrying out their investigation to ascertain what really led to this massive fire. So you can see in the visuals, these are the members of the FSL team. They have reached the spot, and now they will be going inside to investigate as to what really happened when this fire took place and what really was the reason, what led to the fire. So these are the individuals from the FSL team, those who have reached this spot to investigate the matter.
So viewers, you heard the reports that we got for you from the ground. Let's also now talk a little bit about the lapses that have emerged in this particular case. Viewers, now these are the fatal lapses emerging in preliminary findings. A 3-floor expansion reportedly was carried out without any clearance. So this is lapse number 1. Lapse number 2 is that this property lacked fire department NOC as well. There was no fire department NOC. Can you believe it? That was missing from this property. And a structure with just single entry and exit point. This must be ringing a bell, because same thing had happened in the national capital also just a couple of days ago, where even innocent people lost their lives. Lapse number 4, the preliminary report is also flagging that there was no emergency exit as well. Just imagine, there was no emergency exit, there was single entry and exit point, and there are concerns that have been raised that a biometric gate system may have auto-locked during this particular incident. Now, this is what we have learned as per reports. That's lapse number 5, and this perhaps made the escape extremely difficult going forward. Now, viewers, what we can tell you a little bit more about this case is that how an auto lock can really delay the exit. Now, this is extremely important. One, fire-related power failures can disable the systems. If there is an auto-lock system in a gate, then if there is some kind of fire, then it can get disabled. And disabled system can then seal the exit if it is not locked properly. If doors don't auto-unlock, people get trapped, and perhaps something like that happened in this case. Smoke can interfere with biometric scanners as well, further complicating the entire situation. So this is something that is important to also note in this particular case. Now, viewers, a big allegation has now emerged from the victim's family in the Lucknow Fire Tragedy. Jyoti's brother Satyam has claimed that a short circuit in the air conditioning unit had previously caused a fire at the animation center, which his sister had reportedly informed them about. And he alleges that the earlier incident was ignored. The matter was treated very casually. There was negligence there. And this has also raised fresh questions over the safety lapses at this particular facility. This is a big allegation, viewers, that has been made by a victim's brother. AC short circuit fire incident was reported earlier as well. Listen in.
पहले तो पूरा घटना बता दीजिए कि कब आपको जानकारी मिली?
घटना में शाम को मुझे पता नहीं लगा, जब बहन ने देखा कि बहन ने न्यूज़ में देखा तो उसने कॉल किया बहन को, बड़ी बहन को।
फोन उठा नहीं होगा?
फ़ोन नहीं उठा, फ़ोन किसी और ने उठाया, तो उन्होंने बताया कि है नहीं, तो हम लोग बस निकले देखने।
एनिमेशन की क्लास कर रही थी ज्योति?
एनिमेशन क्लास नहीं, एनिमेशन वो जॉब, वो कोचिंग नहीं है, वो जॉब कंपनी थी, हेड ऑफर नहीं, कंपनी थी, प्रॉपर कंपनी थी।
तो उसमें क्या जॉब करती थी ज्योति?
जॉब ग्राफिक डिजाइनर थी।
सपना ग्राफिक डिजाइनर बनने का था उसका?
नहीं, वो ग्राफिक जॉब कर रही थी, सपना नहीं था, प्रॉपर वो कंपनी थी।
कितने साल से?
4 साल से काम कर रही थी। हाँ।
आप उसके भाई हैं?
हाँ।
आपसे छोटी थी?
छोटी, हाँ।
हालांकि मुख्यमंत्री ने कार्रवाई की है, 4 लोग निलंबित किए गए। आप लोग और क्या चाहते हैं, क्योंकि ये एक समस्या नहीं है, 15 जानें टोटल गई हैं और लापरवाही सबकी रही है।
अभी तो इतना दिमाग नहीं काम कर रहा है मेरा, क्या है, अभी तुरंत हुआ है, अभी इन्हीं सब में है। अभी
आप परेशान हैं?
हाँ। अभी यहाँ बाकी लोग भी 15 लोग टोटल लखनऊ के ही हैं।
फायर डिपार्टमेंट देर से पहुंचा, शायद जल्दी पहुंचता तो आज ये दिन न देखना पड़ता।
हाँ, पहले तो वहाँ इतनी सेफ्टी नहीं थी ना उस बिल्डिंग में, वो प्रॉब्लम थी।
And viewers, we have some breaking inputs coming in at this point in time. What we have got for you is significant. It's an important update that we've got from Lucknow Development Authority. The sources in LDA have told us that in 2016, the owner himself gave an application to the authority that he will fix the lapses, after which demolition order was revoked by the officers. This is the latest update that we are getting. The building was only permitted for basement, ground floor and first floor, G+2. The second floor was constructed without any permission. Let me go across to my colleague Adib, who is joining us live right now for more on this. Adib, tell us what have your sources in Lucknow Development Authority told you about why the demolition notice was taken back?
To put it into the perspective, a demolition notice was served in 2016 to that building, specifically to that building, but the building owners themselves, they gave an application in the LD office that they will be fixing all the lapses, and after that the demolition notice was revoked, and now the officers who were serving at that time, they are probably under the scanner. Now the sources in the LDA claim that the officers who revoked the demolition order at that time, they will be checked as to why they didn't carry out any search drive, why they didn't went on ground to check and verify what has really been done. The original permission was given for the basement, the ground floor and the first floor, but the construction went on and the second floor was constructed without following any due norms laid by the LDA department, and these are the lapses that was done on the part of the owner, and that's the main reason. The main owner, Virendra Shukla, he has been arrested by the Lucknow police. Now the LDA claims that we are examining all the files related to the 2016 and even from 2016 to 2026, all the files that have been submitted by the owner to the LDA office, those all files are under the scanner.
Right. Adib, now this also raises another important question. We are talking about something that happened at least a decade ago. This tragedy took place in 2026. You're talking about what happened in 2016. Questions must be asked of the officials from LDA as well. What did they do? Why were there no follow-ups when the person, person who was living in this building, who was managing this building, was giving them assurances that the lapses are going to be fixed? Was there no follow-up? Did somebody from LDA go and check whether it has been fixed or not?
I will certainly, see, these are the questions, and these are the very valid questions. That who was responsible, the office responsible for checking at that time, that if the applicant himself has given an application that he will be fixing lapses in his residence, did he really, is he really doing that? Was it any kind of inspection that was to be carried out by the LD officials, or was it done at that time? No, clearly they didn't carry out any kind of inspection. Had it been they to be doing it, such a tragedy could have been avoided. But now the LD officer says that since we have found lapses in the LD department itself, right, and that's the main reason when the suspension took place last night, CM suspended 2 officials from LDA itself. So right, clearly there are laxities from different departments in this particular case.
Right. Adib, request you to please stay on with us. In fact, this has become a big political issue as well in the state of Uttar Pradesh. In poll-bound Uttar Pradesh, we have now reaction coming in from Samajwadi Party Chief Akhilesh Yadav as well, who has hit out at UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath and his government in Uttar Pradesh. Listen in.
लगता तो ये कि सरकार ही नहीं है। क्या 10 साल से कोई सरकार नहीं है? सरकार की जिम्मेदारी क्या बनती है? और एनओसी देने वाले लोग आखिरकार भ्रष्टाचार कर करके एनओसी क्यों दे रहे हैं? उसके लिए जिम्मेदार कौन है? और अगर कार्रवाई हुई है, ये सामान्य घटना नहीं है। जब आप फायर के मानकों पर कोचिंग बंद कर रहे हैं, तो कम से कम सरकार को देखना तो चाहिए था कि और जगह जांच करते। भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार में जो नक्शे पास हुए हैं, जिनको एनओसी मिला है फायर का, कम से कम उनकी ठोस जांच होनी चाहिए। जो घटना आज हुई है, कल हुई है, वो दोबारा घटना न हो।